What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today we're going to be versing against Jax. The Jax is going Conqueror and Inspiration Secondary, so he most likely is going to be taking Time War Tonic, which he is going to be taking. I'll go over his abilities very quickly. His Q allows him to dash, or not dash, or jump to a minion, a enemy champion, or a ward. So his Q is that leap that he does, which does a little bit of damage once he lands on you. His W empowers his next auto attack, so it does a lot of damage. So a common combo by Jax is to Q W onto you. His E is where he spins a... this looks like it might be Warden. His E is where he spins his staff, and when he spins the staff, he doesn't take any auto attack damage, whether that be from a range or from you. It's from all targets. So he cannot be targeted during that. He won't be taking any auto attack damage. And afterwards, once it's completed, he stuns. Now, he can change when he wants to release the stun. I don't want to fight him early because he has corrupting, so I'm just going to go over the wall here. We're going to look for just early pokes, but I'll go into that. But he can change his stun with his E. A lot of people think it's best to repost his E because it is the stun. But I've found out that it is a little bit more reliant to repost the QW and switch it up with his E. So I'll go into that a little bit more detail. His ultimate gives him increased armor and magic resist, and on top of that, every third auto attack is an empowered damage, and that is just going to be with every auto attack. So he doesn't have to activate his ultimate. Just passively, every three auto attacks, he deals more damage. Now, the wave is pushing into me, so he's going to hit level 2 first, so I'm going to respect it, and I'm just going to back off, as you're going to see I'm doing here. Most likely, Jax's start E level 1, then they start Q level 2. So we see he used his Q there. We haven't seen a W, which means he most likely does have E, so that's fine. We're just going to let it push into us. Diana is coming topside. They have a Gwen jungle, so we just got to keep that in mind. For the 2v2, most likely they win, unless we play it, or they play it really incorrectly. But we're just going to sit here. Now, if he tries to QW us, that's what we're going to look to repost. We're not going to really look to repost the E, because the majority of the damage comes from the QW. And in most scenarios, if you repost the QW, where the majority of the damage is, you apply the slow afterwards, which allows for you to actually walk out of his E, so you don't even have to get stunned, and then you can re-engage afterwards, and you should win the fight. So hopefully I get to show you guys that in a second. That's usually how I trade into Jax's, but then at later points, because they get comfortable with me reposting their QW, I change it for an E stun. So he's missing. He's going for a cheater recall. That's where you push the first 3 waves in, and then you get to recall. We're just going to slow push, and we're going to keep an eye on our Diana because she's topside. In case the Gwen goes for the scuttle, we're just going to keep an eye because we want to rotate. Alright, and now we're going to fast push this wave. So in order to fast push, we attack the last 3 caster minions, as it's faster to push this way. Sure, we get them all. And now we can actually reset. We see where Gwen is. Oh, he's going to try and freeze it? Okay. Alright, we're going to stay just because he's trying to freeze it. We're going to shove this next one in. The only thing we have to keep in mind is that Gwen was topside, so there is a chance... Okay, she's going bot side. That's good. I'm going to say there is a chance that she could have rotated back up, considering I am overextended, but it seems like she's just fighting for the next scuttle, which is completely fine. And I'm content with staying here to push this next wave, because now I can get Sheen on this back, so that's fine with me. They ended up collapsing on the Gwen, who is going for the next scuttle. That's very good. So we're going to back, we're going to get Sheen. We'll grab 1 trinket, and we don't need a health potion because we still have a health potion. I find that people buy health potions, they buy refillables when they don't really need it. If you still have health potions, or if you're confident in this matchup and you already have a lead, there's no sense in buying them just to buy them. Like, he has corrupting potions, that's fine. It's not really going to affect me that much. His sustained is going to be good, but for the most part, if we get into a fight and I go for like a long extended trade, most likely I'm going to win it, if I play it properly. So we're just going to sit here. Let's see if he QWs onto me. He might look to, because he has a big wave, so he can look to fight. He's also going to be hitting 6 soon, so I have to respect that. So as you can see, he used his Q. He didn't use his W immediately, but still I win that trade. And that's kind of how you want to do it. If he tries to Q to me again, I could just use my Q to dash out. I'll show you guys in a second. I'm just kind of baiting it because he knows that my repost is on cooldown. This. Okay. It's probably because the Vital's facing him that he isn't stepping up at all. But you just do this. Just Q back out. As soon as he Qs, you Q. And if he has a Vital facing, you just win those trades. I have repost now. He's level 6. He might look. Yeah, and we're just going to respect it. We're just going to fall back. We don't miss any minions. We're letting the minions crash. He's playing this very passively, and I think that's because he knows how this matchup goes. For the most part, Fiora wins this, and I think that's why he's playing very passive. And, I mean, we're respecting his damage. He's respecting ours. So it's just going a little bit slower. Most Jaxes and lower elos, they're going to just be QWing you immediately and then using their E. Hopefully I get to show you in a little bit how that should pan out. But again, now since he crashed it, we're just going to slow push into another fast push. The reason we slow push is because we don't want to push it too fast, so we're overextended over here. We want to slow push it so that way we are in the middle of the lane right here. And the previous wave helps us push this wave. There we go. We're going to push that. Now that should crash. Take this, and we're just going to back. Now, the reason we can back is, if you guys aren't familiar with wave management, is that it's going to bounce back, and we don't lose as many minions as we would if it was going the other way. And he loses minions in the process. Now, if I also find that a lot of people teleport back to lane, the only reason you would ever teleport is if you're losing a large amount of minions. But in this scenario where we shove it here, we don't have to use our teleport, and we could save it. So we could look to maybe like TP bot if they place like a ward somewhere, but yeah, it looks like our bot is doing okay. But we'll see if we can help them in a little bit. We haven't seen Gwen in a minute. Yeah, we have a level advantage, which is good. You could tell because, one, I leveled up earlier, but you can see how many minions that are there. They're pushing into me. So that means we have a good lead. Okay, good trade. He's not using his E. He's really hesitant on using his E. Most Jaxes, they use it immediately after the QW. So if that's the case afterwards, then you just immediately all in once their E is done. This guy is he's playing very passive. Just get a Sheen proc off there. Seems like we're just trading waves at this point. Looks like he's trying to scale. Jax does scale really well, but he's not getting the best backs here. We're definitely out CSing him at this point. As I say that, I'm losing a minion. Take those. Okay. He lost turret plating there. I was letting it go. Get destroyed while he wasn't here. So I think on this next reset, I'm not going to reset. Okay, he went mid. He actually wasted his TP and went mid. And apparently used his ultimate. So I'm not going to back after shoving this next wave, since I know I have a pretty good advantage over him. The fact that he doesn't have his ultimate and he doesn't have TP. So I'm going to try and stay on lane. And hopefully he'll get a little bit of confidence with the wave pushing with him that I can actually fight him and he won't just keep doing these resets. But as for every trade so far, we've won. The little ones that he has, you basically never want to engage on him unless you have a huge lead. Or if you have like a huge wave like I do right now, which I'm building up. I could ask for a dive here. She doesn't have her ultimate. But he also doesn't have his. So let's see how this works out. The reason I'm saying we do a dive here is because I built a pretty big wave. We can see Gwen's here. Do we do this? Doesn't seem like my Diana wants to. I mean, I feel like we win this, but I guess we'll just back off. I'm still going to stay in lane again, like I had said before. We know Gwen's top. But I want to keep this Jax in lane, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this wave. Do this to it. And now the wave is going to be pushing into me pretty fast. So that's what you call pulling the wave. Okay, he used his W. Okay. And he's just dead. Yeah, he's trying to play around, and this is why I say reposting the QW, where the majority of the damage is so big. Just because you saw there, he had nothing that he could have done. Afterwards, he was trying to see what he could do, and his options are very limited. I'm actually going to back now. This should be pushing into me. I kind of butchered the wave a little bit, but I believe it is still pushing, yeah. I was just greeting for a little bit more CS so I can get my Essence Reaver. I really butchered that in a way that I was, like, really questioning whether or not that was going to push back to me. So. Every lane looks like they're still just looking... I mean, these guys are just scaling. These guys are just matched. So, I mean, that's not too bad. We have a lead over top lane, which is really good. So that means we're going to dominate the side lanes. I mean, I guess it's not pushing, right? I mean, it seemed like it was. Unless it's just pushing really slowly. Yeah, so now we have a huge lead on him. Fiora comes up to CS. Now we can look to actually Q. Okay, we see Gwen's topside. We have Diana here, so we could just ping for assistance. I don't have my ultimate, so I just have to play it a little bit slowly. That was kind of painful. If she didn't steal that kill, I'm pretty sure she used her Q to secure that kill. If she didn't steal it, and I actually healed off of the Vital, that would have been really good. But I guess I just waste Flash for her to take it. So, kind of unlucky. Let's see. Now, Ionian boots, I don't know if you guys know of this, that they are fucking strong as hell. But they tried to nerf it by messing with the gold of it. It really didn't nerf it much. It's still a really good item to get. The reason I'm going to go Ionian boots is, one, it gives you a lot of CDR. But two, it's a mixed team where there's a good amount of AD. So we have AD, and like a little bit of AD, AP, and then AP. So I don't really have any boots that I need to get, especially since the mixed damage is coming from the top laner and the jungler. Later on in the game, we're going to be getting a defensive item that covers basically what we need to worry about, which would be Gargoyle Stoneplate. But yeah. Again, we're just going to play a little bit aggressive. So here I can look to repost this. Yeah. So the point of doing the QW as well is that you get a timing of when he's going to use his E, because he knows for the most part that you're not going to use it on his E. In that scenario, I used it at like the most optimal time that I felt, but he held it slightly late, but it didn't really matter. And that's kind of a way you can time with Fiora as well, is knowing when someone's about to die is usually when they're going to use their stun or flash or any of the things that they have at their hand. Now, the reason I get Essence Reaver, as you see, it just fucking shreds turrets, so you get a lot of turret plating, although I didn't get the full turret. I feel like they win that, so I'm not going to match. I believe he still has ultimate. We're just going to do some Q pokes. We see Gwen as bot side, just have to keep that in mind. Okay. So now I'm going to actually steal camps. Just because I pushed top side all the way out, I can just now punish the Gwen. Okay. I will take her red. And then we'll go mid. Probably should have grabbed the red immediately, but... yeah, that's my bad. I played that so bad because I wasn't expecting him to jump at that point in time. I reposted too early, and my ultimate, I should have just popped 3 vitals immediately. But again, I probably should have went for red immediately, considering I don't have time at, so I don't push fast enough for Krugs. So that's just me being greedy. But we'll buy Ionian. We finally get our time at, so now I can actually take Krugs. And let's see, do they have a bounty? No. I was thinking about teleporting to this, but with Thresh, you have to make sure Thresh is really overextended because he has his Lantern. I don't have to CP top because it looks like Diana's heading topside, so if I don't catch these minions, she can. I'd rather save my TP. Bro, this Diana's kind of running it for me. She put my Q on cooldown there because she wanted to take the minion. She put my Q on cooldown, so I couldn't catch up to Jax, which really sucks. And then she also screwed me over earlier with the other thing. We're not synergizing well, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on. We're just going to shove this out. We know Jax is resetting. We know that the jungler is dead. So we are chilling. Let's see. Bot side now. If bot side shows up, I can TP to that pink. Because they would be overextended since tier 1 is gone. But for the most part, they're going to be looking to go mid. So I'm just going to keep my eye on that as well. Now I'm going to take Krugs here again. This time I have time at. We see Gwen is topside. Okay, just keeping an eye mid because we might have to TP here. Always keep an eye on the map. You always want to make sure that you're not just tunneling. You can see that Twitch actually used his ultimate, so that's actually really good that nobody dies and Twitch uses his ultimate because we have Dragon coming up soon. If I can kill Jax and create a lot of pressure topside, this is going to be huge. But it seems like he's just leaving. He might be buying an item, or he might just be sitting here and waiting for me to show up. There he is. I'm gonna wait for him to QW again for our repost. Oh, never mind. We have Thresh here. Okay, that's good that Thresh is here because now that's 2 people top. Therefore, we can get a kill. If not get a kill, we get Dragon here. Make sure that they get it. I'm going to ping it. And we're going to actually stay top here because if it is just Jax, I should be able to kill him. I'm playing a little bit greedy here because there's nothing for me. Like, I don't have to be here. But this Jax is playing so passive that I feel like I need to stick my neck out just a little bit more to try and get something. But it seems like he's just backing, so we're just going to shove this again. Create some pressure, then we're going to back, and then we're just going to push bot side. Because now the only objective is going to be the Baron that's coming up early, which we could actually do considering Jinx has her Kraken. So we'll just back. I'll sell this, buy that, and we'll buy a pink ward. Ping that we're going this way, and we are chilling. And this is how you basically play the side lanes. You want to get a lead over the enemy top laner. The thing is that Jax actually scales really well. So he can become an issue. The thing is once you get Shroudbreaker, you should be able to kite him out so you never get caught. For right now. I'm pretty sure the reason why he's asking is because he can also split. We could do a 1-3-1. I'm gonna ping that. I'm going in here. Okay, we got her flash. I know that there's a Thresh right here, but we'll kill her too fast before she can do anything. Where's this rat? Okay. Oh, there he is. You were hiding. It probably would have been better for you to hide. Was I in the circle, though? Was I in that circle, though? That didn't look like I was in that circle. I don't think I was in that circle for the slow initially. Okay, we're just going to QW into him. Apply the slow, apply the attack speed debuff, and then we get the kill. QW is probably the most common combo that I use on Fiora. This is gonna be a feisty fight. Show my face a little bit. Flash for the vital. Okay. I didn't hit that second vital because I queued a little bit too fast. And I was anticipating his movement wrong. But it works out anyway. Just gonna get vision on that. I'm gonna go around this side in case she tries to, okay. Okay, I guess she could just actually one-shot me. What the fuck is that damage, my guy? 893 damage in 1 second? When she has... Okay. I mean, I guess my bad. I went to repost, by the way. I reposted, like, as soon as I dashed. Because I wanted to hit the first vital, and then I was gonna repost. Just wasn't expecting a 1 second 893 damage from that. Huh. I think I need to start picking up Gwen again. But I mean, she does scales, so I guess that's a good argument. My team still should have gone Baron, I believe, there. Just because I died doesn't really mean that they can, I guess. But I guess better to be safe. I'm gonna pick somebody to go top side there. I should have probably went top. But maybe I can get this a quick kill on the Twitch. Damn, I wish I could die 6 times, get just 1 kill and an assist, and just pop off like that. 1,000 damage. Insane. Yeah. He just gets away. Oh, he's also AP Twitch. Huh. That's a lot of AP, so there's actually almost no AD. So it could have been a Merc Treads game, to be honest, but again, we're going to get something like Gargoyles. Maybe even a Spirit's Visage at this point. It's fine if they're trying to go for me. I should be able to disengage. I'm honestly a little bit afraid of their scaling. Okay, we could just go for the quick pick on Gwen. Just gonna show my face, that way he doesn't go over to the rest of the fight. Or at least stall him. Okay, no, just back, just back. We got the TP. We traded our supports. Honestly, probably not worth, but... because Lulu is a little bit more impactful. Use this for the use the ult for the movement speed, so that way we can catch her to apply the E. The reason we're kind of overextending and just making sure that we kill the Gwen is because the dragon is up, so her just showing her face like that is kind of greedy and not respectful at all. So we're just going to shove this now because we punished her for that. They could look to go Baron here, and I could look to reset, if not fight the Jax here. Just going to kite him out a little bit. Oh, he barely got the E on me. Wow. I don't know who actually flashed. I heard the flash. I don't know which one it was, but we should be able to get this. That was greedy of me to actually like bait with the back and not just run away. I could have easily disengaged, but I stayed for that fight with no ultimate, so that's my fault. They should be able to get this easy. The Vlad does do a lot of damage at this point, but they should be fine. If they go for the Baron, that's still fine because I have TP to match them, and it doesn't look like they're going to try and contest it because Jax isn't making a move yet. Jax probably does have TP, so he might eventually do it. But I'm going to keep an eye just in case. Okay, they are contesting. I'm just going to TP in. That's a lot of AP damage. Just making sure the rest of my team doesn't die here. The TP's not horrible. Just making sure that they don't collapse on them, just in case. Yeah, he has no mana, so he just dies here. Are they gonna go for Baron? With Jack's dead? Okay. On me way. Oh, you gotta dodge those. Oh, I gotta flash out. Ooh. Okay, nice. Had to flash out because he was gonna look to either flash or use his proto belt to use his E, right? It's the E. Yeah, his E to explode all over me on top of his ult damage because I didn't repost the ult in time. So I was also trying to negate some CC. So that's fine. We flashed out, we lived, and then the Lulu ulted on us, so we can go back in. Yeah, and we're gonna take some farm here, take some camps away from Gwen, make sure she doesn't get a chance to scale, even more than she already has, because apparently she can do 1k damage. And we're just gonna shove. Now the Jax is actually doing a really good job of like keeping up with CS. For being as punished as he was, he's actually not doing a horrible job. Just gonna go off for a little bit of a love tap. Yeah, I do have Stride Breaker. I'm just trying to see if I can get a quick, easy pick. I don't have Stride to do the full combo immediately for burst, but it's fine. Okay, so now we're gonna go Gargoyles. Gargoyles is really good because you get armor and you get magic resist. And on top of that, you get an active, which is almost like a Sterix shield. Now, combining this with actually buying Sterix is really, really big. But considering they have so much AP, I'm probably just going to go Spirit Visage. Okay, so we're just going to push this out now. And yeah, we don't really have to do anything, but they should be aware that my TP is actually up. Or my TP isn't up. So again, we're creating pressure on the opposite side of the map. My team is just kind of smurfing it. We have a huge lead at this point, 26-9, so we're just going to keep shoving it down. I wish I could show you guys a better example. This Jax was playing pretty smart and respectfully for what Fiora can do. But in lower elo, they will jump into. And as long as you are reposting the Q and W and then walking out of the E stun, you should be fine. And that's it. GG. Oh, just G. GG. Guys, if you enjoyed this video and you thought it was helpful, please leave a like and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.